So it's not necessary that you have to win a competition to get a PPO, because in the end they're looking for smart individuals.
You join hands with your toughest competitors, you become great team.
With competitions, your only why should be your learning, because in the end these competitions actually help you do a lot.
Okay, so on a cold December morning, we are sitting with two of the second year students at IMT Ghaziabad who have done wonders when it came to competitions, and we are going to talk to them about their competition experience and how they think that is something that adds a feather in your MBA cap. Thank you very much for joining us today, both of you. Why don't you just introduce yourselves to our audiences?
Hello, I am Ashutosh Gupta. I am currently pursuing PGDM in marketing from IMT Ghaziabad. I am a person who always nurtured my creative side and published my first poetry book on Amazon Kindle.
So hi, I'm Aakriti, and I am pursuing my PGDM in marketing from IMT Ghaziabad. Before this, I worked 2 years in Noise as a brand manager, and since here I've been very actively involved with case competitions, short-term projects and everything. So basically enjoying it all, taking all of it in, and apart from that, I'm an artist. I put exhibitions and all as well. So I think we both are very creative, and that's why we bonded also.
When you said we bonded, what was the first time that actually that bond took shape?
Actually, it's a very funny story. So we were competitors in the earlier days, because when we met, I was a special invitee for Godrej Loud and was the campus winner for Mahindra Rise.
Even I was the special invitee for Godrej Loud, and I was also the national semi-finalist for HUL Lime.
Yeah.
So at certain point of time we thought that we are more of a competitors, but there is a saying that when you join hands with your toughest competitors, you become great team. So from there I approached Aakriti for a competition called Myntra Stylebiz, and from there is no look back. We are a great team together.
Did you guys also realize the importance of the B School competition right when you came in here?
So basically, I had some idea because I had a good friends in other colleges as well. So I had a basic idea that what B School competitions are, but I never knew that they were so interesting, and that can give you a thrive to work on.
This I suggest to even fellow juniors who come and ask which college to select or not. So I usually tell them that select a college which has a legacy of competitions, because very honestly that's like an extra edge you get. That's like an extra opportunity you get to interact with industry leaders, to learn, to participate, and even get a chance for PPI, PPOs.
Let's talk about the big competition that you took part in. For both of you, a lot of accolades come your way because of this particular competition. We are talking about Brandstorm. We are talking about the competition that put you into a lot of experiences that you also gathered. What exactly happened, and why did you decide to be part of this particular competition?
Actually, before Brandstorm, there were a lot of competitions. So when we won the Myntra Stylebiz and we went ahead with a lot of other competitions, we kind of got confident on ourselves and we flunked a lot of other competitions.
Yeah.
So we usually say that it's not the one that we've won, but the 20 others that we've lost that actually add on a lot to the journey. So before Brandstorm, we had KPMG, we had Marico, and we took a lot of learning from there and implemented all of it in L'Oreal. And that is why when he says that we had to do it seriously, it's because we wanted to implement all of those learnings into it. Right. So it was like a 4-month long journey for us. We interacted with so many leaders, and there were times that we got so disheartened because their feedback was so critical. But I feel that only pushed us to make it a lot better. We changed our idea to like 180 degrees, and finally the final idea was something that we were like so happy about. We were so confident.
Tell me about your biggest failure here, where you thought that this is something that we are definitely going to crack, but at the end of it, it did not work out. And what was the learning from there?
We participated in Marico and we got an idea. We were so overconfident that this is it and we're going to crack this, we're going to win this after Myntra and all of those competitions. On the last day of the submission, we saw that what have we done? This is like a very bad idea. This is not going to work. We knew it, but we were still like, let's kind of get through it. Let's submit it, and then we submitted. Obviously, it didn't get through, But I think that was one of the major learnings for us. So with competitions, you cannot be satisfied with something. You cannot be very rigid with your thinking towards one particular idea. Like you cannot have an attachment to it.
What sort of a team balance, what sort of a dynamic do you guys look at when you're forming this team?
So basically when I started taking part in the competition, I realized that what my strengths are. At the same time, I know what my weaknesses are. So what I was looking for, someone who can complement my weaknesses. So I know that I'm innovative and I'm good at critical thinking, problem solving, but I need someone who's very creative, because we like to do creative things, but we are not good with the research part. So then I looked for another person who was so good with the research, who would into books and all, so that he can read a 12-page PDF or 50-page PDF and give us a summary that what is the main idea about.
When you're collaborating with someone, they need to have strengths that complement your weaknesses, and your strengths need to complement their weaknesses. Otherwise, there's going to be a lot of fights in the team. So there are times where you have like 10 competitions lined up. And if one person is working on one thing, the other person has to work on the other thing. Now, if we all three are working on the same thing, we will never be able to participate in all the 10. We'll probably have to give up 9 and just work on one.
Let's come to the idea that you guys actually pitched for Brandstorm now. What exactly worked in your favor according to you, and how did you think that, this is something that we should actually go ahead with?
For any competition, it's all about the primary research. You should talk to the people who are your target consumer, who is using that product or who's facing that problem. So in the starting for us, we got a long break of almost 1 month to ideate for the L'Oreal Brandstorm. We talked to a lot of people, and from there we got an insight that there are a lot of products available in the market. People know that, like, there are a lot of products available in the market, but when it comes to purchasing, they get confused, which one to buy or which one is best for me, because everyone has their different needs. So they are looking for something personal solution. So from there, we should come up with an idea which can suggest some personalized solution to the people.
Basically, like, they want someone to help them finalize a product or how to use it even. Like, people are very uneducated in these terms. So I think we took like a month to brainstorm the idea. We rejected almost 7-8 ideas, like made the PPT and rejected it because we were not confident on it. So that happened, and then we finally pitched an idea. We got selected, but in the critical feedback, they shoot it down. They said this idea is not going to work, so go and change it 180 degrees. We went back, we were very disheartened, and then we brainstormed and changed our idea to a AI robot, which is a first beauty humanoid, L'Oreal Laura. Okay, so now she is someone who would help you, choose the right product. She would give you a routine. She would tell you what to do, how to apply it, and where to purchase it from. So basically, we try to integrate her in every aspect of your life, like every touch point. So through Amazon, through Google Siri and everything. So we did all of that, and I think the idea worked really well for us.
What happened after you got selected, your idea got selected?
We were supposed to go abroad for 1 week. We were supposed to go to Paris, but I think it was the time of the second wave. So we didn't go there, but I think it was a virtual event, the national finals. They announced it through, so our team name was Vada Pav.
Lovely.
Yeah.
The Mumbai Connect.
So we are huge food junkies, so that's why we usually keep names like Chole Bhature or Vada Pav as our team names. So they said that how they announced it was that I think we are feeling hungry and we would like to have Vada Pav, and that's how they announced our winning thing. So that was amazing.
How big was that? How many people were participating? How many teams were participating? How many different institutes from the country took part in this?
18 plus campuses and 8,000 plus people were participating. I think 3,000 plus teams or something. Yeah.
And when you got to know that you will be taking it ahead, you will be actually be the finalist, the international finals that takes place. How was the preparation? Did the institute also chip in here to prepare you guys?
From the day one, when we got made it to the top 12, we got a mentor from the college who was supporting us for every day. Like whenever we needed his help, he was there. Apart from that, there were other faculties too who pitched in, who gave their critical feedback and who helped us. So there was a great support from the campus.
Yeah, I think their input made the idea what it was. So they're very experienced people, and they used to make sure that they make time for us. So I think that was a great support from their end. from L'Oreal's end, for the international finals, they gave us an agency who would work with us on our idea, who would work on us with us on the video and the PPT. So even that was a great experience.
Aakriti, although you guys did not win the international round of this particular competition, you ended up with a PPO, you know. So tell us a little bit about that experience. Were you expecting something of that sort?
So I think one of the reasons we participated in L'Oreal was because it was giving us a PPI, PPO opportunity. So it's not necessary that you have to win a competition to get a PPO, because in the end they're looking for smart individuals. They're looking for people that who have made, if they've made it to this far, probably they have something and they might be a resource to the company. So even in the national finals, a lot of people got a chance to get PPI and maybe try to convert it. So I think the PPO was like a great thing. I still remember that day when the HR called and informed me, and we were like so happy at home, because I think L'Oreal was one of my most loved targeted company that I wanted to be in, and that too between my internship and that too before my second year started. So it was such a relief, and it was such a happy moment that the entire journey paid off.
Final advice for people who are coming in, maybe will be sitting in these kind of places that we are sitting in right now, and thinking and brainstorming about the competitions that are going to come their way. What would be your advice for them?
So I will start, first of all, find your strengths, and at the same time find your weaknesses. Get a good team, and don't stick to a team unless you know you have a good bond, you are really enjoying your work. So first is make a good team. Second, enjoy your work. If you are not enjoying your work, you won't be able to give 100%, and if you are not giving your 100%, it is very difficult to crack any case competition.
Everything needs to have a why. So I've seen a lot of people entering competitions because they want a certain output out of it, you know, maybe a PPI, PPO, or maybe, you know, some kind of prize money or some kind of award they want out of it. But I feel that with competitions, your only why should be your learning, because in the end these competitions actually help you do a lot. So even in our internships we applied all of it.
Final question to both of you: what is cracking competitions the IMT way?
I think hustle, because IMT is known for its aggressive culture. It's known for its hustling, you know, spirit that we have. So the IMT way is to hustle your way to the top.
Lovely. Thank you very much, guys, for sharing these tidbits around your journey, your life at the campus, your experiences of taking part in so many competitions. I'm sure that's going to give, you know, a heads up to all the people who are going to come in here, and as I mentioned, sit here and discuss about their competitions. If you wish to know more about this particular institute, there's a link in the description. Go check that out and figure out whether you want to be part of IMT Ghaziabad. Thank you very much. I'll see you in the next video.